welcome to a special game time episode of California Cooking. As you probably already know, KTLA is your Clipper station, so I'm really excited to get in the kitchen with Terance Mann. Today, he's showing me how to make a family recipe that is so good. Then, I'm cooking up some game day dishes. I've got a Fry-Cuterie board, I'll tell you about that, with mini Big Macs, buffalo chicken egg rolls, and crispy salmon bites. Let's start with Clippers forward Terance Mann. He stopped by my house to share a family recipe. Take a look. I'm cooking in the kitchen with Terance Mann. Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Would your, I think, fellow teammates know that you cook? Like, is that something you make known to your friends?
No, I don't make it known, but some of them know.
They do? Do you ever cook for members of the team?
No, never. Not to, paying me for a plate.
Exactly. And I think, what was really cool about seeing you make a recipe is like, you know your way around the kitchen, I feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you're comfortable.
100%.
I love when I was reading about you and your story, how you made things happen for yourself. Like I found your story so inspiring because I was reading about how, first of all, you grew up in Brooklyn, right? Went to Florida State, and then how you cold called an agent.
Yeah.
And basically just said, can you represent me?
Yeah.
That takes guts though.
I didn't even know that story was out, to be honest. It is. That's crazy.
Yeah. How did you know who to call, and that person then said, you know what, yeah.
My AU coach told me, he was like, call this guy, just talk to him and be yourself, and hopefully he'll represent you. So I called him. And I told him I needed an agent, and he was like, you know what, I got you, since nobody's ever done this before.
Really? No one had ever just cold called him and asked for an agent?
That's what he said, yeah. He was like, nobody ever done this, so
Really?
I'm gonna represent you. I was like, cool, he's still my agent until this day.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You grew up, I would imagine, playing basketball. Your mom's a basketball coach.
Yeah, yep. I grew up playing basketball, soccer, baseball.
Were you good at everything?
Yeah.
Was there ever a chance for you to go pro in another sport other than basketball?
I think if I would have took soccer serious, then
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Really?
Yeah, but then I started getting too tall and started, playing a lot more basketball because I was getting better at that, so.
Another story where you were at the airport, you were going home, you were disappointed, and you had 1% left in your battery, and you weren't gonna pick up because you didn't know the number.
I couldn't pick up because my phone was probably gonna die, and I need to get on the flight.
Okay, so what did that phone call say?
Something told me to pick it up just cause. I don't know why I did it. At the time, it probably was a bad idea, but I picked it up and they were just like, where you going? I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you're invited back for the NBA Combine. I was like, nobody told me, I didn't know. I'm at the airport.
You're ready to leave.
Like, yeah, I was ready to leave. So they're like, we'll send you a car back there, buy a charger, we'll reimburse you, whatever. Got a charger, waited for the car, and then went back. And then ended up getting drafted a few months later.
So now you're with the Clippers. What was that like when you got drafted?
I mean, it was an amazing feeling, being able to, grow up watching NBA basketball all the time with my friends and stuff, and then, being able to be a part of that, it's just crazy. It's a real moment, though. And
there was one moment in particular, it was like the semifinals or something, the Western Conference, and you made a play. Something happened, you said Steve Ballmer gave you a high five, the crowd stood up.
Yeah, I had a pretty good game. Took us to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in history, I think. Right. So, that was just another special moment along the career.
And you said that was kind of when you were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is my life now.
Yeah, that was like one of the, wake up moments for me. Just like, I'm here, I'm in it, and this is what I'm doing.
You're in this, the season is now, it's happening, you're training, you're working hard, you're playing all the time. Is food a big part of your life, to keep you on top of your game?
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Keep you
I always got to make sure I'm eating. If it's every three hours, I would say I probably try to get a meal in or eat something. So I always try to make sure I'm up with my food.
Are you really healthy?
I try to be healthy. I'm not really healthy, real strict, but I try to stay away from certain.
Yeah. What's your go-to, when you're at home and you're making food for yourself? Or do you, are you a lot of Postmates?
Yeah, I'm a lot of Postmates for sure. Postmates, going out to eat, going to get something to eat, because it takes up a lot of time. I don't like the process
to cook for one.
Yeah, cooking, it takes an hour, hour and a half, and then you eat it in 15 minutes. It's
Do you have a favorite restaurant in LA?
I would say food-wise, for like
Yeah.
taste, and I'd probably say Catch is one of my favorites.
You like that?
Yeah, I like the food there.
And the vibe is fun.
The vibe is nice,
Yeah.
but it's mainly the food.
Okay.
For me.
Okay, Terance, this is your chicken that I saw you make online. And I washed and dried it for you because I
Thank
saw
you.
that was like a thing. But
Appreciate
where's your
that.
family originally from, this recipe?
St. Lucia.
Okay.
So yeah, my mom and dad are both born there.
Yeah.
You know, half my family still lives over there.
Really?
and,
Do you
yeah.
visit?
Sometimes, yeah,
It's beautiful,
when I have time.
right? I mean,
yeah.
I've never been, but.
No, it is beautiful. It's nice.
Yeah. So this would be a dish
Yeah,
popular in St. Lucia.
for sure.
Yeah. Is it called something?
We call it stewed chicken.
Stewed chicken.
Yeah.
And it really is pretty easy,
Yeah,
right?
it's simple.
Yeah.
Simple to make. You know, you don't got to go anywhere extra for
Okay.
the seasonings.
So talk me through, I have your drumsticks and I have thighs in here.
Perfect.
Okay, now what do we do?
So now you start, you know, chopping, adding. So I like to add the
talk to me
seasoning.
about your adobo seasoning.
Yeah, so we use adobo for flavor.
Yeah.
Gives it a nice salty spice to it. You add a little bit of curry powder to it. Add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and whatever other stuff you got.
These are no joke.
That you only need one or two of those.
Right, so these are kind of like Scotch, are they Scotch, but these are habaneros.
Yeah. So that I actually did on my own.
Oh,
My
that's your
family-
twist.
Yeah, my family doesn't normally use those, but I use those just to give it a little
Are you a
spice.
spicy guy?
I'm not big on it, but that just gives it a nice, it's good.
You could go ahead and season the chicken then, do
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
thing.
do that. I like to eyeball it. I can't
Yeah,
tell
me
you.
too.
I can't tell you how much to put. Everybody's like, how much? People message me like, how much do you want to put? I don't know. Just eyeball it.
Now, when it's a game day, what are we eating? What's happening on a game day?
I like to eat a lot of carbs for energy, so I'm having pasta, things of that nature.
Let's say when you're not playing and you're just a fan watching, what is your favorite game day food?
That's a good question.
Yes.
I probably do like, crab legs and a nice little broil, something like that.
Ketchup. Now, I thought that was a brilliant ingredient.
Really?
Ketchup is amazing.
Yeah, ketchup is
Like your
good.
secret
It gives
weapon.
Yeah. You don't really taste it though, but you do at the same time.
Yeah.
Like you need it. You
Exactly.
don't taste it, but you need it for sure.
Have your pepper. Let me cut up some white onion or green onion or both.
Both for sure.
So did mom play basketball as well, or was she just a coach?
Yeah, she played at Georgetown in DC.
Wow.
Yeah, she did
That's amazing.
undergrad there. Then ended up coaching for 25 years after that.
To be brave enough to handle the
I will.
habanero.
This I'll do.
Okay, that's what we needed. Oh, garlic. You did fresh tomato in your recipe, but I just have like canned chopped tomato.
That'll work.
Right? Okay, talk to me about your brown sauce.
Okay, so the browning gives it the color and the almost like not a sugary taste, but it's a little sweet. And it just,
Another
it adds to
secret
the,
weapon.
yeah.
All right, Terance, we're gonna cook up our chicken. And so you brown it first and then you kind of let it stew for a while, right?
Yep.
All right, I've got some vegetable oil.
Perfect.
It's hot, I think. So then you just place the chicken in, that's
Yeah,
it?
just place it
Okay.
in.
I'll let you do the honors.
Yeah, I'll do it. And then we just need like 2 cups of water probably.
Okay.
And then yeah, let it stew.
And so then you'd like let the fat render off the chicken a little, and then you add your water, cover it.
Cover it and then wait, checking on it every like 15 minutes.
Okay. And then 45 minutes maybe, do you think?
45 to an hour, depending on.
Okay, so we browned it a little bit, then our 2 cups of water, just to barely cover it, lid, and then should we play some one-on-one while we wait?
Yeah,
or-
well, wait, 45 minutes of one-on-ones. Oh,
Okay.
wow. Are we playing horse? Oh. This isn't fair, though. Home court advantage.
Okay. You're just being nice.
Oh, maybe we play pig instead of horse. Oh, no. 3 for 3?
Okay, now you're just pretending. Now you're
Now
just...
I'm losing. Pig, I'm out.
One last one. 3-pointer.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, Terance, you ready for lunch?
I'm ready.
Nice. Who usually makes this in the family? Was it you or did like mom or grandma?
Grandma.
Yeah?
Yeah, for the most part.
It's hot.
It is falling off the bone though.
Right? It's so tender.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You know what? It's like comfort food, right?
We did a good job.
Yes.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up, you gotta have a winning lineup of food for your game day. So I'm showing you how I put together my mini Big Macs and Fry-Cuterie board. Let's play on words. Buffalo chicken egg rolls and crispy salmon bites. That's all coming up. It's all about the boards these days. So for game day, I'm putting together a Fry-Cuterie board with mini Big Macs. When you think about game day food, I don't know about you, but I like the classics. Fried foods, hamburgers, nachos, that kind of thing. So I thought it'd be a fun idea to do a Fry-Cuterie board. This board is just gonna be full of fries and onion rings. And let's not kid ourselves, I'm not doing homemade today. I'm gonna just cut open a few bags and fry them up. I will make a few sauces. That counts. So I got a bag of onion rings, and this is where you do you. You pick your favorite fried things, but I think some onion rings. I've got some sweet potato crinkle fries going on the board. I've got the waffle fries. Last but not least, the tater tots. We'll make room for those on this tray. Just want one layer, so I think I could add a few onto here. Let's get these in a pretty hot oven. They all cook around the same temperature, so 425, and check on them in like 10, 15 minutes. You need a few dipping sauces for your Fry-Cuterie board. So maybe you like ranch, maybe you like, a sriracha mayo, all kinds of choices. I'm gonna do barbecue. And this one, you just get a little ramekin. Okay, barbecue. Honey mustard. I think honey mustard's good with the sweet potatoes. How I do the honey mustard is some mayo, lots of yellow mustard, and then honey, and that's it. You got honey mustard. Easy. All right, honey mustard's done. That's going in this ramekin, honey mustard. The last one I'm gonna do is, this is what I do when I eat fries at home, for me and for Levi. I do mayo, mustard, and ketchup together. So you include all your favorite condiments, but in one dip. Kind of equal parts, but I don't know. It's kind of the best of the condiment world when you mix all three together. And that's it. This is my fry sauce. Okay, our sauce is done. The perfect game day thing to go with all of those French fries we're making and onion rings are baby Big Macs. So I'm gonna do sliders, and I haven't had a Big Mac in years. When I was a kid, it was my absolute favorite. And really what makes a Big Mac is, well, 2 all-beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. So there won't be 2 patties. We could do 2 patties. I'm only gonna do 1 patty. But what I am gonna do, because it's difficult to find sliders with sesame seeds, it exists, but it's just tricky. I'm gonna take these baby slider buns, little butter on top. You gotta have the sesame seeds, my sesame seeds. There you go, now we got sesame seed buns. And then I'm just gonna warm these up in the oven while my burgers are cooking. I'll pop those in the oven in a minute. On to our beef. So I've got my ground beef. It's difficult to make the same portion burgers if you're just pulling a little bit like that. So what I thought about doing, and I've got an 80-20 beef. You want a little more fat with your burger. I wanna press it down into like a square shape. I'm gonna try to score it and see if I can get pretty even patties that way. There we go. Okay, so let's see. That helps. It's not perfect, but it helps. Okay, then you just roll it into your patty. To our burgers, just salt, pepper, and I like a little garlic powder too. And these are gonna cook really fast because they're little and they're thin. Before we put those on, I have a griddle, you know, like you'd make your pancakes, so I think I could cook them all at once. Before we do that, I'm going to make the Big Mac sauce, or my version of. It's kind of a closely held secret, but you can Google it and there's different versions. So I'm gonna do almost like a take on a Thousand Island. So mayo, ketchup, and honestly, that was my favorite part about the Big Mac, the sauce. I loved the Big Mac sauce. Sweet pickle relish, and then just a splash of white vinegar. I happen to have apple cider vinegar just for a little tang. Pinch of salt, and we'll see how it looks. Okay, looks good to me. All right, time for the burgers. I have some butter down on the grill, and you want a pretty hot grill so you can get a nice char, because these are gonna cook fast. And then I'm gonna top them with cheddar cheese or American cheese. Burgers down. Our burgers are nice and browned, so cheese. American cheese, preferably, but cheddar. Just kind of your old school slices. And I cut them diagonal so you could fit them a little better. And these are just gonna melt from the heat of the grill. So to melt the cheese, you need to tent it with foil or with a big lid. A couple of seconds. There we go. Cheese has melted, and our baby Big Macs are ready to build. While we're waiting for one more tray of our fries to come out of the oven, I'm gonna make our baby Big Macs. I put our buns in the oven 2 minutes, just to get them a little bit toasty and for our seeds to stick. Our Big Mac sauce is going down. It acts as glue. Pickle. So I've got a big dill pickle slice at the bottom of each one. Burgers. And look at that, the perfect little size for our buns. Some finely chopped onion, the shredded lettuce. But before I add the shredded lettuce, one more dollop of sauce, just to get that lettuce to stick, right? Top our baby Big Macs. Beautiful. Fries are out. Over here, we've got our onion rings. They came out first. Sweet potato crinkle fries near the honey mustard. And then we've got our tater tots going in. Last but not least, we've got our waffle fries. And that is a board I would be happy to see at any party. When you need a bib, that's when you know it's good. It tastes like a Big Mac. Coming up, more game day eats to choose from. I'm making buffalo chicken egg rolls and crispy salmon bites. Can't go wrong with game day food that's wrapped and fried. Here's how I put together my buffalo chicken egg rolls and crispy salmon bites. Let's start with these crispy on the outside, ooey gooey on the inside buffalo chicken egg rolls. They have all the yumminess of buffalo chicken wings without the mess. First, take a store-bought rotisserie chicken and shred the white meat. Add Frank's Red Hot to 2 tablespoons of melted butter and coat your chicken in the red hot butter mixture. Then add crumbled blue cheese and mix. Add the buffalo chicken filling to the center of an egg roll wrapper. Dip your finger in water and wet the outside edges of the wrapper, then fold to create an egg roll. Fry them up in hot oil until browned on each side. I love a good homemade dressing to dip these egg rolls in. For my homemade blue cheese, all you need is blue cheese crumbles, yogurt, mayo, splash of vinegar, and a pinch of salt. And there you have it, the perfect game day dish to cheer on our LA Clippers. On to my next wrapped and fried menu item, my spicy salmon bites are not your traditional game day dish, but you're going to love them. To start, season bite-sized pieces of salmon with salt and pepper and fry them up in some coconut oil. Squeeze lime on your avocado and cut both your avocado and jalapeno into super thin slices. Add very warm water to a baking sheet. Dip your rice paper in that water until it's soft and pliable. Place the rice paper onto a paper towel, dab off the extra water, and score the rice paper in half. Add a slice of jalapeno, slice of avocado, and the salmon to the middle of your rice paper and fold like a package. Then, fry up until crispy and golden brown on each side. I love serving these crispy salmon bites with homemade sriracha mayo. To make that, add mayo, sriracha, and lime, and mix together. And there you go, crispy salmon bites with sriracha mayo. Trust me, a game-winning app that your guests will love. For all these delicious game day recipes, you can follow us on Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. Well, that does it for us. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy the game. Go Clippers! Now I'm gonna cry, Terance, when I cut white onion.
I'm the same, so they're gonna get us crying on camera.
No, like, we'll pretend I asked you a question like about, you know, your like childhood dog or something.
Yeah, right.
Crying. See? It's like.
Talking about that dog.
What was it, Muggsy Bogues?
Yeah.
Remember, he was like, he's someone I look up to.
Yeah.
The Muggsy Bogues of the world.